Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about adventure, photogrammetry, 3D graphics and Unreal Engine. My day job is being a VFX artist for movies, but my passion is traveling the world and scan ancient ruins and epic landscapes. I'm just about to update my Roman ruins package that I sell over at Epic Fab Marketplace. Links are in the description if you're interested, check that out. So what I had since before is around 15 of these Roman ruin pieces here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add another 20. So I have quite a lot of these that I scanned on location. Since before I did something like 80 of them. It takes a little time to get them all in there. But I'm going to update now with another 20. And I thought I'd show you how it's done from the very beginning all the way to the end. That is bringing it into the Unreal Engine. So I'm going to take one of these pieces here and I'm going to make a tutorial and go through all the details and step by step how I prepare, how I do the textures and everything, and how it then gets packaged and ends up in Unreal Engine. So for that to happen, I need to start from the beginning, and step number one is the location. So first you have to get your camera out somewhere and actually take the photos, and here I have all my photos in Lightroom. So step number two is going to be Lightroom. So you bring all your photos in here so you can see what you got, and there you will sort out the ones who doesn't work out, and then you export it from here into step number three, reality capture. Now this is by far the best photogrammetry software out there in my opinion, and it's free, so it's absolutely fantastic. So here we're going to generate the asset, and from here we're going to bring this into 3D coat for sculpting. So we're going to have to remove all of these pieces here. So step number four, it's 3D coat. So you export, I exported the mesh and it's now in 3D coat here, and then we can go in and sculpt away the bottom piece and make it look seamless there at the bottom. Once we're done with that, we need to put some UVs on it. Step number five, we export it into ZBrush. So in ZBrush, I will then cut it up and I will remesh it and prepare it for the UVs. And then once the UVs are on, I will export this to step number six, UVs in 3D coat. So I will import this mesh into 3D coat, and I'm gonna cut up the UVs and lay them out, and once that's done I'm going to save this low-res mesh out again and bring it back into ZBrush. Step number seven, ZBrush decimate. So I will import the low-res UV mesh to bring back the UVs into this mesh here, and then I'm going to add in all the detail, reproject all the detail from another mesh, a high-res mesh. And then I'm going to decimate this down to 1 million polygons. That would be my nanite mesh. And that goes into step number eight, texturing in reality capture. Now I'm going to bring in the nanite texture that I exported from ZBrush, and I'm going to reproject all the textures onto this one. So I got the diffuse here. Then I'm going to import a high-res mesh with all the details in, and I'm going to create a normal layer, and I'm going to export that. 9. 3D coat painting. Now I'm going to bring in all the textures here, and I'm going to start painting out the errors that I have. So I'm going to fill in the bottom and that kind of thing, and once that's done I generate an ambient occlusion map and I export it all over to Photoshop for the final tweaks. Number 10, Photoshop. So here I import the diffuse map, check that it's all right, do some tweaks there. I got the normal map, checking that it's good, and then I do an ORT texture. This is occlusion, roughness, and translucency all combined into one texture. So that's what they look like. And once that's done, I export this out into a 4K texture, and I'm ready to puzzle it all together. 11. Organizing in Houdini. Or your other favorite 3D application. My favorite is Houdini, so I'm gonna import the mesh here and I'm just gonna scale it into a reasonable size, the size that I want. And then I'm gonna name it, clean it up, and export it out as an FBX, so I can later import it into Unreal Engine. 12. Unreal Engine. So now I'm just importing everything that I've made into Unreal Engine, and I combine it together into an asset like this. And that's it. It's done. In 12 steps, I have created an asset from location to the very, very end. So if you think this is interesting, why not like and subscribe, and come back in a couple of days when I publish the full tutorial that will go through all the details and all you need to know, all the tips and tricks. But basically, this is the overview of how I do it, and yeah, hope to see you around next time.